Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. I'm here with the WALKERA VITUS, a little Mavic competitor. I've done a review on this one already in my first flight test and unboxing and all those kinds of reviews. So check those out if you wanted to see the flight test on this and unboxing. But it didn't do that great in the flight test. So I changed the SD card. I did some updates since I did the flight test a few months ago. And we're gonna boot this thing up and see how far we can get. It's kind of gusting right now. I'm on the Haleakala mountain here on Maui. You can see I'm on a mountain here and it's going down. I'm kind of above the clouds because it's pretty wet under the clouds there. And I got this little anemometer here and I'm just kind of showing you how fast the wind's blowing. It's actually honestly variable between, you can see it kind of gusting there. It's between 5 and 10 here, so it's going to be quite a bit more up there. But what I'm going to do is launch the VITUS, get it up over the trees here, and just go straight out on the side of the mountain. So you're going to see the mountain sloping in the camera. I'm going to try to record in 4K if I can on this, give you the heads up on the video there, record the screen on the iPad, and also, of course, my hat cam. So let me boot this thing up and get started for the WALKERA VITUS range test. Okay guys, so here we go. I got the WALKERA VITUS booted up. I got it kind of as level as I can on the launch pad. And by the way, I'm also testing the Halo drone and the Xiaomi Mi 4K drone today for the same range test. So check out those drones too on my channel if you want to see the same range test on those. But anyway, this is all about the VITUS. It's been sitting there for a minute or two just acquiring satellites. And I want to go into WALKERA drone here. I'll have the screen recording on here so you guys can see what's going on. And of course the tablet is wireless to the controller, so we're going to see how all that works. And here we go. So we're initially in camera mode. We got 12 satellites. We got 98% power on the drone. I'm going to take a picture. And as you can see, this ground here is on the mountain, so the gimbal is trying to keep it level from my level calibrations in the house on the floor. So far so good. We'll be monitoring how that's going to be doing. So this should be 4K. Let me just double check how our video is doing. Preview size 720, yep. Record size 4K. Okay, well, hopefully it works this time. In my initial review it didn't work that great, but starting to record. I'll have that pop up on the screen. And let's go ahead and launch. So I'm just going to use the auto takeoff, and that's this one right here on the left, and I'm going to push up for auto takeoff. Please arm the drone first. I forgot. We got to go both sticks, I think, out on this one. Yes. Okay. Looks like the sensors are working. Let's take off. I want to step back a little bit and I'm going to slide this auto takeoff up. Let's see what happens. Awesome. Now the main update since I did my first review was just for the camera. So far so good. Okay, I want the antennas to be kind of pointing at it like this as much as possible. And let's hurry up and get out here before we use too much power. We'll go forward here, and the sun is right there, so that's going to be kind of rough. But I'm just going to go right in between these trees, so I'm going to pick it up and go forward. I'm full throttle forward, guys. And first thing I want to do is get this gimbal to rotate down if I can. There we go. There we go. Okay. Wow, that sun is right there. But anyway, we're just going to go straight out and see how far we can get. Again, keep the antennas as perpendicular to the drone as much as possible. And I've got my finger just straight out on the stick. I'll probably want to bring it up a little bit. Well, it looks like we're hitting some wind. Look at this. What's going on here? We're getting some vibration there. That's weird. Did you see that? So our distance is at 740 feet and we're going 15 feet per second. So we'll have to calculate that. So it looks like the wind is going to influence this one on the gimbal going this fast with the wobbling and stuff. Anyway, pick it up again. Of course, we're going right into the sun. Sorry about that. Checking my battery is 90%. Controller's 90% up on the top. We got 13 satellites. Oh boy. What's going on with our gimbal? Okay, I just stopped. I let off the stick and the gimbal is getting a little weird. So adjust our EV value a little bit down. Okay, so I'm just hovering here, going nowhere. And I'm full blast forward again. So a little bit shaky on the camera, guys. That's no good. That's too bad. Let's go into our compass and make sure we're pointing at the drone. You see the compass there? So I should be facing, I think, just like this forward, and I should be directly at the drone. We'll see how that's all working out. Click on it again to get back to our map. Okay, horizontal speed 15 feet per second. Our height is 100 feet up from its launch position. Gosh, look at this camera. What's going on with the wobbles? I'm going to stop again. And it seemed to stop. Okay. So wind is going to influence this camera, guys, a lot. Look at this wobble. Shucks, WALKERA. What's going on? That's too bad. That's really too bad. 81% power. 2,000 feet away. Whoa, what's going on? Looks like our height went down about 50 feet, doesn't it? I want to make sure I get up there. Not flying as good as I thought it would with all these updates. Let's face it right into the sun here. Okay, so what's going on? We're losing a lot of altitude. You see my height up there is at 15 now. I want to make sure we're not going to go into these trees. Full throttle forward again. Let's see what it looks like with it just all the way down, full throttle forward. You see how it's dropping a lot of feet? Look at that, our height is really dropping, guys. That's no good. And the camera just looks horrible. Uh-oh. Height is negative 13 feet. What's it gonna do, try to land? I better go up. Oh boy. So not a good camera at all. They really botched this one pretty bad. Unless there's something wrong with the propellers. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. And I really don't want to go into negative height. I'm getting some chop out on the video. You can see it chopping there. Okay, well there's the data link disconnect at 2,600 feet. The first disconnect. Of course, there is no interference up here. I got my phone off and everything. Let me pick the gimbal back up if I can. So in and out blotchy at 2,600. Disconnected. Still got 69% power. So range on this one is not going to be very good at all. Video disconnected. Let's see what happens if we just initiate a return to home. I'm holding it down. Okay, I can see it going up. So it's doing its return to home altitude. Still trying to get the camera up. It's kind of blotching in and out here. Boy, the video on this, it almost kind of looks like the propeller is like bent or broken, doesn't it? Look how wobbly that is. Anyway, we'll have the video up on the screen if it's still taking video. Okay, so it turned around, it's facing its head towards its home point. And let's look at it on the map while it's coming home. I'm just gonna kind of leave the gimbal here. We're going home at 16 feet per second, so faster because the wind is coming with it now. And that's where we are on that little knoll right in the middle of the screen. Okay, so going into the wind, really bad gimbal problems. Coming with the wind, not so bad. Pretty smooth, look at this. Got all the way down, all the way up. It's trying to auto-correct the auto balance. Of course, I'll have the 4K up on the screen so you guys can see what's going on. And also, I'm recording this iPad, of course. So we're coming home a little faster than we were going out because it's coming with the wind. Touching the map. There we go. And let's see if we see how it's not really locked on it right now. It's just watching it go. Let's see if we hit this compass thing here. Nope. can't really lock on the drone. It's not really doing anything. Let's see if we touch this. Boom. That just kind of centers it temporarily on that little arrow up top here, the black and white arrow. See how that's centering it temporarily. Anyway, the video's looking good coming with the wind. It's looking really nice. So some things to keep in mind, and when we sit down, we'll go over that too. Do a little pros and cons for range on this one. Let's see what our compass looks like now. Okay, so that's not me, that's the drone. Okay, so keep that in mind. That little arrow is the drone and which way it's facing on the compass. And all we're seeing on the compass really is the north, the earth north. So I'm not sure if there's any way to know where the drone is compared to your controller, unless you look at the map. Anyway, coming back here, I can see me now down there, our campsite, our hometown. I'll have the video again up on the screen. I've only been flying or recording actually for 8 minutes and 32 seconds, so a pretty short flight. I think it was 2,600 feet was our maximum. Let's point it down and see how it is at a direct down shot when coming down. See that flag there on the right bottom? You can see it blowing in the wind. Okay, slowing down. See it up there? I'm gonna step away from the launch pad. Let's see how close it gets. So I've got the camera just pitched all the way down for now. We'll just see what happens. Hey, somebody's replying to one of my videos and it's saying get a life. Hopefully that's not to me, because this is my life. Family and drones. Reviews. There it goes, coming down. WALKERA VITUS. Disappointing going into the wind, that's for sure. The video does look a little wobbly still. Just hovering down. You see that little bit of jitter in the vid? A little bit disappointing again for the WALKERA VITUS. Could have been a lot better. But this is the tests I do, so you guys know what it's all about. Coming down very slow. 2 feet per second. Or less. See what happens. I just did the Me drone and it landed a little bit on the precarious on the grass, and that thing shut its propellers off automatically. It was super safe in a condition like that. Let's see what this does. If it lands on uneven ground, you can see how it is about 4 feet away from its home position. Let's just let it land on the grass, guys. I'm gonna pick up the gimbal all the way up. And let's just see what happens. It's facing me now. Facing the Me 4K drone in the box, which did really good. See what it does. Yikes! Okay. We cut some grass with the lawnmower drone, but it still landed and turned off its propeller, so that's fine. That's very safe. Still got 41% power, so you're gonna be able to fly around the vicinity of you for a long time. Because you can't go very far. We'll just do like a little pros and cons for that flight. So as you can see, the video was really bad going out into the wind. Horrible gimbal shake. Now I've had that video up as well as the iPad again, so you could see exactly what it was doing. But 2,600 feet, that's about a half a mile only. And I don't have any restrictions or limitations set on this. If I go into the settings, you can see how if we go device, I don't have the fence on. That's the geo fence. And I only have a 300 foot altitude limit on. So that would mean it's gonna stop at 300 feet above its launch position. It just like on this plane, it zeroes that launch position out. No matter if the mountain's dropping or anything, it'll just try to stay 300 feet above this altitude it launches from, because it doesn't know the altitude of the ground out there. Okay, return to home height sensors. So really, I don't have any limitations on this thing. And there's no more updates it can do. So this is the latest firmware as of December, what is today, guys? Today's December 17th, Sunday, 2017. So again, a little disappointing with the WALKERA VITUS. That seems to be its mode of operation compared to a lot of other drones out there. Anyway, that's what you can expect from the WALKERA. It did come home though when we lost connection, so that was good. It landed about 4 feet away from its home position. I didn't do a compass cal up here. I did one down in the park earlier, but you know, maybe that's has something to do with its accuracy. Even the Me drone didn't land here in this wind and stuff. It was a little bit down, about 4 feet away. As you can see, we still got plenty of power, almost half, 40%. So we could be doing a lot more, but really disappointed in that gimbal stabilization with any kind of wind. You can see coming back, it was nice and pretty stable with the wind, but going out, boy, that thing was vibrating like crazy, wasn't it? So really weak motors, I guess. So don't be flying in any kind of wind or you're gonna get that crazy vibration in the gimbal. But hopefully that 4K saved. I will have that up if it did. If not, I know that the iPad screen should have saved, so I'll have that up too, and my hap cam, of course. I hope you enjoyed that live commentary flight with the WALKERA VITUS. Check out in the description if you are still interested in the VITUS. It is definitely compact, but that's about it for this one. Everything else it's still got problems. Hopefully WALKERA can learn its lesson and figure out what they did wrong with this one. I hate to say that, but that's just the way it is, guys. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.